Hey there, we're continuing on with our environment set up on our Apple computers. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to get VS Code installed, and then we'll have one more video in the series that shows us how to use VS Code in the terminal together to actually execute some Python files. We'll also in that video show how we can use the terminal to access our Jupyter notebooks. So I have this page open. We are just at the Visual Studio Code download page. I just did a quick Google search, download videos, Visual Studio, our VS Code for short, and it brought me to this page. So I want to go ahead and make that download. It should go relatively quickly. It's just about 85 megabytes. As a reminder, right, VS Code is a really robust text editor that we're going to use for most of our Python development during the DSI. So that has downloaded, and then it brings up this zip. It actually gives me a Visual Studio Code app, and this download or an install, it doesn't have like a big heavy install package like some larger applications might. It just unzips this app and gives me the app file. I just drag and drop that into applications, and it's now installed. So what I'm going to want to do, I'm going to bring up my search window, and then I'm going to type in VS Code, or it looks like just VS, to actually get to that app, and I'm going to go ahead and give that an open. It says, hey, you just downloaded this from the internet. Are you sure? I do trust where I downloaded this from, so I'm all good. This actually I had deleted my VS Code, and so there was some stuff in some cache, right? Some workspace from where I previously been working. But the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to want to show all commands, and I can see that I do Command-Shift-P to get there. And what I want to make sure that I run is I want to install this code command in path. If you do Command-Shift-P and that isn't right at the top, if you just type in shell, then it will go ahead, and that will be the first. I'll go ahead and uninstall this one, right? And it'll say, oh, it's not there, right? Then Command-Shift-P again, right? I want to install this in my path, right? And then I could say, oh, that is now successfully installed in my path. So when I now go to open a terminal, and I'll need to find this where my computer is opening it. Toggle my window sizes here a little bit just so everybody's happy. And zoom in so we can all see. Right, we've dealt with this terminal a little bit. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to first just switch to my desktop. And then I'm going to use our touch, and I'm going to make a file called delme.py. This is just a little trash file. And I've installed that command code in the path, right? That's what I did with my Command-Shift-P in the VS Code. And what that gives me the ability to do is actually to open this file, delme.py, in VS Code, right? So even if I was in a place I don't want to save that file, right? If I'm in a place, I can see down here, I'm going to go ahead and quit all the way out. VS Code is not running whatsoever on my computer. But if I run code delme.py, it will actually start VS Code and open the file that I've created, right? We could take that a step further. If I go ahead and move this back, I'm on the desktop. Let's go ahead and make a directory. And let's make that directory delete me. And then let's move delme.py into delete me delme.py. So I have just moved my file. You could see, right, that VS Code was tracking this file. That file no longer exists. It's like, hey, that file's deleted. What's going on with that? Anyways, let's go ahead and change into that delete me directory, right? I list it. I have that one Python file in there. Let's go ahead and say delme2.py, right? Let's say I have actually more than one file in this directory. Right now I do list, I see I have delme.py, I have delme2.py. And once I have done that, I can actually now come in here and open this entire directory, right? All of the files in my directory inside VS Code. And I can do that with the command code dot, right? So I've done that, right? And over here, what it's done, right? It's opened this entire directory, right? In this directory, it has in this sort of file manager over here, delme, delme2.py, right? I can click on those and just get a look at it, right? If I double click it, it actually opens it in, and I can go ahead and say print hello world, exclamation, right? And give that a save, right? And right, that saves it to the hard disk, right? So this change has now changed actually in this directory on my desktop, right? So that's how you can open a directory or multiple files or a single file in code from the terminal using that code keyword. You're going to be finding yourself doing that really often. And then once you're done, the next video is going to show you how we can actually execute some of the files that we might be working on in Python from the terminal. So that's it for this video. Look forward to seeing you in the next one.